I thought victory would scream. I thought it would be loud, explosive, chaotic. But real victory feels calm. I remember chasing chaos, thinking noise meant I was alive. Every win felt temporary, every high had a dive. I confuse adrenaline with purpose, speed with moving ahead. But pressure slowed me down enough to hear what discipline said. Now I breathe different in this place, same gym, different eyes. I don't rush the moment, I let the moment rise. I stopped asking what's next and started trusting the now, because the man I've become already showed me how victory feels calm when it's earned with time. Victory feels calm when the work aligns. No fireworks, no escape, no need to prove I won. I'll stand complete, grounded. Victory feels calm. I don't look for validation, I don't need to be seen. My presence carries history, every scar in between. I live with quiet gratitude for the pain that shaped my frame, for the nights I stay consistent when nobody knew my name. I don't celebrate perfection, I celebrate becoming, because comfort never built the strength I'm standing in. I used to think a rival man I could finally rest, but growth doesn't end with victory. It just sharpens what's next. It just sharpens what's next. Victory feels calm, no fear of falling back. Victory feels calm because I know the path. I don't cling to the outcome, I don't fear moving on. When you've earned your confidence, you don't need to hold on. I respect the man I see now, not because he never failed, but because he never vanished when the pressure prevailed. I don't chase louder moments, I don't crave applause. I found peace inside effort and truth inside the light. Slow breath, clear mind, strength built over time. No rush, no fear, the future's already here. No panic, no noise, no empty joy. Just work, just growth, just joy. Now I plan beyond today, beyond lifts and numbers. I build systems, habits, values that survive the thunder. Strength isn't just muscle, it's clarity, restraint. Knowing I don't need chaos to feel proud of my name. I walk forward with balance, with hunger still alive. Because real winners don't peak, they evolve with time, 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 time. Victory feels calm, and I protect the state. Victory feels calm, I earned this weight. No rush to prove tomorrow, no fear of where I'm from. I stand steady in my scream when you've already arrived. Train forward. Stay grounded. Victory! Feels calm. Muscles fail, energy drops, bodies break. But the mind decides who stacks back up. Past reason, past doubt. Well, my body said enough. My mind figured it out. Pain tried to rewrite me. Things tried to slow me down. But I don't listen to emotions when passion guides around. I like strength as it left eyes. It's staying where it hurts. It's breaking through the chaos and still putting in the work. When fatigue starts lying and weakness starts to speak, I remember every promise I refuse to break. Break up our minds. That's what I built inside. Break up our minds. Pressure only sharpens the blade. I don't collapse on the stress. I don't fold under time. You can break your body first, but not it. I tread the lethal noise through doubt that wouldn't leave. Through days when nothing felt real, but quitting felt like defeat. I've carried just like dicks to wing. Let it harden my resolve. Every problem became resistance. Every loss I carry along. They don't say the eternal war because it doesn't bleed. But the light that keeps the scars and still chooses to lead. I don't panic when it's heavy. I don't freeze when it's dark. I've been tested in silence and that's where I lay my time. Break up all my force in isolation. Break up all my guilt on repetition. I don't need perfect intentions. I don't wait for the sign. I move forward and don't breathe within. I doubted myself in private, but I never let it win. I learned to carry uncertainty without letting it sink in. I don't escape discomfort. I don't seek relief. I face everything directly, and that's what made me me. We're so lucky. This is where you'll begin. No extent, no fear. You'll survive worse than that. You don't break me. You reveal me. Nothing in me defines me. Pain is a signal. Gonna stop. I go further, but it's hard. Now my mind makes the effort, even when my body shakes. Control doesn't look dramatic. It looks like staying awake. I don't react, I respond. I don't watch, I endure. And when life tests my limits, I already know the job. Resilience isn't hype. It's built quietly over years. That's why I grow through chaos without folding of fear. Break up all my stop. You might, I'll ask you why. Say the answer. There was a time. This was just a goal. Now it's history. Now it's proof. Mission accomplished.
I remember writing this down when it felt too far to reach. Just a vision in my head, just a promise I'd keep. No shortcuts, no miracles, just pressure and time. Every step felt uncertain, but I never crossed the line. I doubted myself in silence, but I still showed up. That's how goals stop being wishes and start adding up. They didn't believe the distance, they didn't see the cost, but I counted every sacrifice and accepted every loss. Mission accomplished, I did what I said I'd do. Mission accomplished, this body tells the truth. No luck, no coincidence, no favors, no disguise. This isn't temporary strength, this is a built life. I trained when progress felt invisible, when motivation was thin. I trusted boring consistency and let discipline win. While others chase quick wins, I built something that stays. I didn't rush the outcome, I respected the days. This isn't celebration, it's confirmation. Learned that patience beats intensity if intensity burns. I don't brag, I don't boast, I don't need to explain. If you know what it costs, you don't celebrate the same. This feeling can't be fake, can't be fake. Mission accomplished, every sacrifice paid. I don't feel empty at the top, I feel calm, I feel aligned, because I didn't skip the process, I earned every climb. I lost comfort chasing progress, lost ease chasing growth, but I gained something permanent, a standard I uphold. The goal wasn't the finish, it was who I became. The strength, the structure, the clarity and pain. Look back, stand tall. You answered every call. No rush, no fear. You're different now, it's clear. No grit, no doubt. This is what the work's about. No love, no lies, just effort multiplied. Now I set new objectives, because comfort isn't me. Victory didn't make me soft, it sharpened clarity. I don't chase empty highs, I don't need to escape. Success feels quiet to me because it's sealed in fate. I respect the man I see now, not because he won once, but because he never folded when quitting felt convenient. Mission accomplished, but the journey's alive. Mission accomplished, now I aim higher. I don't stop when I arrive, I recalibrate and rise, because winners don't retire, they redefine the prize. Celebrate briefly, respect the moment, then set the next target, because growth never ends. Civilization sleeps. Emotion fades. Energy lies. But discipline never sleeps. Alarm cuts to silence. Dark room, tired eyes. No inspiration waiting, just a choice between truth and lies. It's easy when you feel strong, hard when nothing feels right. That's why discipline exists, to move you through the night. I don't negotiate mornings, I don't bargain with fatigue. If I said I'd be there, then that's exactly where I'll be. Comfort whispers tomorrow, discipline answers now. That difference built my body, that difference shows me how. Discipline never sleeps, it's there when I'm alone. Discipline never sleeps, it built this from the bone. When my mind begins to doubt and my will begins to bend, discipline steps forward and carries me again. Cold waits, cold mornings, same wall, same sound. No crowd, no spotlight, just plates hitting the ground. This isn't inspiration, this is repetition, turning effort into identity for relentless submission. I train through bad days, through chaos, stress, and fear, because discipline doesn't care if your life isn't clear. I don't need to feel ready, I don't wait for the spark. I show up unfinished and let discipline come. Discipline never sleeps, it never rests how I feel. Discipline never sleeps, it only asks what is real. Excuses die in routine, weak habits get erased. When discipline is present, progress always takes place. I miss nights, I missed parties, I miss comfort and rest, but I gained something greater, a standard I protect. I don't envy easy lives, I don't chase fast success. I chose the long road early, and I don't regret. Same hour, same grind, different strength over time. No hype, no show, just work, stacking flow. No mood, no mercy, no excuse. Show up blocking, execute. Now discipline lives inside me, not forced but ingrained. It doesn't feel like effort, it feels like who I became. I don't feel losing momentum, because I don't rely on fire, I rely on systems that never get tired. My confidence comes from consistency, from promises I've kept. That's why when life gets heavy, I'm the one who doesn't stop. Discipline never sleeps, it make me hard to break. Discipline never sleeps, do every risk I take. When motivation disappears and comfort starts to creep, I stand tall in the silence, because discipline never sleeps. If you're waiting to feel ready,
wait forever. Start tired, stay disciplined. That's how you walk.
They say ego is dangerous. They say confidence is loud, but they never talk about the ego built from survival. The confidence forged in silence. Mine wasn't given, mine was earned. I remember doubting mirrors, hating every angle shown, trying to hide inside my clothes, trying not to feel exposed. I remember training angry, carrying shame like chains, trying to outrun my reflection, trying to bury all the pain. But pressure taught me patience, repetition taught control, and somewhere in the struggle I rebuilt my soul. I didn't wake up confident, I trained until it stayed. Every rep erased the weakness, every scar displayed. This is earned ego, built under pressure and pain. This is earned ego, nothing about me is fake. I don't shrink, I don't bend, I don't hide what I became. If confidence offends you, you never pay the same. I never paid the same. They see posture, see presence, think it happened overnight. They don't see the endless mornings or the wars I had to fight. They don't see the lonely grind, the discipline, the doubt, the nights I nearly walk away but stayed and figured out. I don't flex for attention, I flex to remind myself that I survived my lowest point without asking help. If pride grows from suffering, then mine deserves to live, because everything I carry is something I had to give. This is earned ego, I pay for every gain. This is earned ego, written deep in pain. I don't apologize for strength, I don't pretend I'm small. I built this version piece by piece and I respect it all. And I respect it all. There were days I felt invisible, days I wished I could disappear. But weakness taught me empathy, and fear taught me to persevere. I don't hate who I was before. He survived so I could rise. Without that broken version, this confidence never survives. One more set, one more scar. Every step rewrites who you are. No apology, no disguise. Confidence built from sacrifice. I don't borrow pride, I build it. I don't fake power, I live it. If you want this presence, I'd bleed for years. If you want this confidence, face your fears. Now my walk tells a story before I even speak. Strength built in silence turns calm into a lead. I don't scream to be respected, I don't chase applause. I built a mind that never folds, and that alone is law. My ego isn't fragile, it's tempered, tested, trained. It doesn't need validation, it thrives inside the strain. This is earned ego, carved through blood and steel. This is earned ego, every inch is real. I don't know the world's humility, I owe myself respect, and everything I sacrifice is written in my chest. Confidence without discipline is noise, but confidence earned through pain is power.
I used to think happiness was loud, fast, immediate. Turns out, peace lives in progress.
Chased approval, every like, every word. I confused attention with value and noise with being heard. I trained angry, trained desperate, trying to prove I belonged. But the mirror kept reminding me something deeper was wrong. Then one day I stopped rushing, stopped comparing my lane, and I learned the quiet power of improving through pain. No spotlight, no audience, just effort meeting time. And for the first time in my life, the pressure felt aligned. Progress is peace, that's the truth I found. Progress is peace when nobody's around. I don't need perfection, I don't need release. Every step forward feels like peace. I wake up knowing who I am, what I do and why I train not to escape my reflection, but to honor the pain. Some days feel invisible, no record, no applause, but I still show up focused because discipline is law. I learned happiness isn't winning, it's becoming something more. It's trusting the repetition, everything leads to dawn. I stopped chasing finish lines, started loving the climb. When growth became the goal, everything fell into time. Progress is peace, earned rep by rep. Progress is peace, no regret. I don't rush the process, I don't need relief. I'm calm inside the effort. Progress is peace. I'm not afraid of slow days, they taught me how to last. I'm not haunted by my failures, they built the strength I have. I don't envy louder victories, I don't chase borrowed dreams. I found joy inside the struggle and calm inside the strain. One more step, still aligned. I'm not late, this is my time. Breath controlled, heart at ease, strength growing quietly. No panic, no rush, no escape. Just work, just time, just faith. Now when I walk into the gym, I feel centered, not tense. I don't train to numb my thoughts, I train to sharpen them. Progress shows up in posture, in patience, in restraint, and knowing I don't need chaos to feel alive or safe. Happiness isn't comfort, it's purpose understood. And I found mine under pressure, doing what I said I would. Purpose is peace, and I protect it now. Purpose is peace, this path is mine. I don't need a perfect moment, I don't need release. As long as I'm evolving, I'm finally at peace. You don't find peace by stopping. You find it by moving forward consistently. Without apology.
myself. I don't need attention. Presence does that for me. Built, not blessed. Focused, not lucky. Dominant by design.
I walk in, no expression, eyes forward, shoulders wide. Years of pressure in my posture, tell the truth, I don't advertise. I remember being invisible, now silence follows me. Not because I demand respect, but because it's earned naturally. I don't rush, I don't react, every move is calculated. Energy controlled, ego sharpened, not inflated, but calibrated. They feel it when I pass by, even if I say no word. Because dominance isn't spoken, it's observed. Built to dominate. Mind, body, soul alive. Built to dominate. This presence took time. I don't beg, I don't chase, I don't need to demonstrate. When discipline is your foundation. Built to dominate. You're built to dominate. I train with purpose, not emotion. Feelings don't control the load. I master boredom and repetition, that's the code they never wrote. Everybody wants the image, but not the unseen days where progress feels invisible and quitting feels okay. I stay consistent through the doubt, through the days I felt small. That's why now when I step in, I don't feel the weight at all. They confuse arrogance with confidence because they never earned either. I don't prove, I don't explain, I just lead by how I carry. Built to dominate. Pressure made me precise. Built to dominate. I don't flinch, I don't hide. Ego tempered by discipline, power shaped by time. I don't overpower others, I overpower my own mind. I overpower more.
I don't hate who I was, I respect what he survived. Without weakness, without fear, this version never arrives. Every scar is integrated, every flaw refined. I didn't erase the past, I weaponized. Stand tall, lock in. This isn't hype, this is conditioning. I reign steady, vision arrow. Every rep a declaration. Urban. Broken. Broken. Focus, not loud. I don't seek the spotlight, I cast a shadow.
Now I live with quiet hunger, not to prove but to confirm that the work I did in darkness still returns what I've earned. Success isn't loud to me, it's calm, controlled, contained. Happiness lives in progress, not in praise, not in fame. I don't celebrate too early, I don't peak and disappear. I build systems, not moments, that's why I'm still here.
Built to dominate.
Every step deliberate.
Built to dominate.
I don't hesitate. When effort meets patience and discipline meets time, you don't hope to be powerful, you're built to dominate.
Dominance isn't aggression, it's control. And control is the loudest strength in the room.
They saw me fall, they heard the silence. They thought the story ended there, but crowns aren't given at the start, they're reclaimed after the fall. Rock bottom doesn't look dramatic, it's quiet, lonely, cold. It's staring at the ceiling, wondering how you lost control. I carry shame like extra weight, every step felt twice as hard. Smiles faded, voices vanished, left alone with broken scars. They said maybe this is it. You don't kill a king by taking his throne. You don't break the will that was built alone. I bled in private, I won in the dark. Now I walk back in and leave my mark. Now my posture tells the story before I even speak. Confidence carved from pressure makes the weak feel weak. I don't boast about the struggle, I don't glorify the pain, but I wear it in my presence like a symbol of my reign. I'm not angry, I'm evolved. That's the difference they don't get. I didn't come back for revenge, I came back to collect. This is my comeback crown. Hear it hit the ground. This is my comeback crown. Feel the shifting sound. I don't chase what I once lost, I build higher from the ground. When you rise the second time, you don't ask, you take the crown. You take the crown. Fall if you must, disappear if you need. But remember, the strongest comebacks are quiet, and the crown always waits for the one who never quit.
Noise is everywhere. Opinions, distractions, excuses. So I cut the sound, I lock the visit, and I move forward alone.
Phone on silent, mind on targets in routine. Different level, everybody wants results, but nobody wants a schedule. I don't chase hype, I chase science. That's what discipline is born. When nobody's there to clap, that's when legends are born. I remember being lost, I remember being late. Now I measure life in copy, 70-second calculating. They flex online, I flex for straight. They talk big, I execute. My focus cuts the chaos like a blade he never use. Yes, be our limit. No delay. Focus beyond limits. I don't drift, I dominate. I don't need motivation, I don't wait to feel inspired. I show a cold locked in and leave the weak behind. Every breath is intentional, every breath is under rule. I don't move without a reason, I don't break my old protocol. Pain locks, I don't answer for T-base, feet are slow down. But I train my mind to lead down my body side on side. I don't get me who is louder, I don't got me who is fast. I'm persistent, I'm relentless, built to last, built to last. It's a plan over dopamine, routine over desire. While they burn, chasing comfort, I stay calm inside the fire. Focus beyond limits, eyes lock the climb. Focus beyond limits, makes the flesh is mine. No excuses in my life, there's no escape inside my frame. If I say I go with that, I'll bleed to make it real. I lost friends, chasing progress, lost nights, chasing peace. But I gained something greater, a version I'll never see. I learned patience from self-harming, island clarity from pain. Now when pressures rise highs and I feel calm inside my veins. One more step, one more breath, I'm associated with death. Every voice that says that now gets buried on the decks of flame. noise. Focus is a weapon, not a choice. No distraction, no delay. I don't wish I insecure. Now my presence feels different even when I don't speak. Confidence built in silence, it's harder than belief. I don't brag, I don't chase praise, I don't need a spotlight. I was sourcing to close it every time I step beside city arrogance. This is proof earned over time. Ego tempered by bishop and shopping focus precise. We are living. I don't bend, I don't say. Focus. Focus. We are living. Pressure makes me cold. When world is overwhelming and the weak begin to fade, I stay locked inside the mission and I carry all the weight. Motivate, 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 motivate. I'm in phase. Motivation locked. Focus, focus, never blinks.
I wasn't born strong, I wasn't chosen, I wasn't gifted. I was ignored, I was doubted, I was broken. But Iron doesn't care who you were, Iron only answers who you are. When you refuse to quit. Cold floor, early morning, lights on, nobody watching. Mirror showing every flaw, every scar I tried to hide. Hands shaking, heart racing, fear whispering, what I fear a life escaped.
Now I walk with different posture. Now my silence hits like sound.